Hello, I'm Dr. Tanya Kraus, and in this short video, I'm going to discuss the writing process. Even though all of us have likely written something, an essay for a course that we're taking, a letter, an email, a story, it may be the case that we haven't given much thought to the process that we use to take our ideas and translate them into a coherent piece of written communication. In this short presentation, I will talk about 1. Some common misconceptions about what makes a person good at writing. 2. Why it can be helpful to articulate the process that we use for producing writing. 3. The different stages of the writing process, from conception through submitting a finished product. And finally, 4. Tips for changing up your process to suit your rhetorical situation or to help when you feel stuck. So what are some common misconceptions about what makes a good writer? Perhaps the biggest one is that good writers are born that way. That some people just have a talent for writing, and because they possess that talent, writing well is easy for them. Not so. But there are a slew of other misconceptions that follow after this one. Good writers sit down with a blank piece of paper and their writing just flows out of them like magic. Good writers don't have to work very hard in order to produce a polished final product. Good writers wait until the last minute, and that is how they get inspiration to do a good job. Good writers never struggle to put their ideas down on paper. Every single one of these things is false. The truth is that good writers become good writers because they use excellent writing that they read as a model for their own endeavors. They also practice writing and they revise what they've written to make it better. Or, put more simply, they read not only to understand the content or information, they also look at the form of the writing that they're reading to use it as a model for things they might themselves do as writers. They also dedicate themselves to becoming effective writers, and that means putting in the work. In other words, even if you feel insecure about your writing at the start, understanding the writing process can help you become a better writer. It is helpful to articulate the process that each of us uses to produce writing, because doing so can give us tools for different rhetorical situations that we may encounter as writers. By understanding the steps in the writing process, we can approach our writing in a way that is more systematic and creates less anxiety for us. Finally, we can identify parts in our process that might not be working well, and we can improve in those areas. The main stages of the writing process are 1. Idea generation. This might involve free writing, listing, creating a web or cluster, brainstorming, drawing, or anything that you do to conceive your content. 2. Engaging with one or more sources connected to your topic. Sometimes our sources are personal experience, observation, or reflection. At other times, we will evaluate texts, objects, experiments, data, or other primary source material. Finally, we might look at secondary sources that give context for our ideas or primary source analysis. Secondary sources include scholarly journal articles, articles in newspapers, or other kinds of popular sources, but basically they're sources about our topic. 3. From here, you will plan how to organize your thoughts in writing. This might involve creating a formal outline, but it might not. It all depends on what works best for you. 4. After you've done your planning, you will begin drafting. A first draft will not be perfect, but it will start the process of bringing your ideas to a broader audience. Usually, a piece of writing will go through multiple drafts before it is complete. 5. With each draft that you write, you will follow with revision, which means that you re-see your project and you work to make your vision as concrete as possible. 6. Finally, to prepare a piece of writing for its final version to share with others, you will do one or more rounds of editing and proofreading, as well as proper preparation of the manuscript for the audience that you are trying to reach. How do you usually approach each of these phases of the writing process? Are some more difficult for you than others? Why? This may be a good moment to pause the video and to reflect on your own process and the parts of it that work well and the parts of it that you might want to adjust. Now that you've thought about your own writing process, I will conclude this presentation with some tips that can help you adjust your approach to different rhetorical situations and obstacles that you encounter while you write. 1. If you're having trouble coming up with ideas, then try different approaches to idea generation. If you usually begin with free writing but find yourself stuck, try writing a list or drawing instead. It can also help to switch from typing on a computer to writing longhand or vice versa, or even speaking to a friend or recording yourself speaking. There is no one right way to generate ideas. Sometimes you need to start in a new way. 2, if you're unsure about what sources you need, then it's a good idea to have a consultation with a librarian. Librarians are there to help you identify good sources to pursue your own projects. 3, if you're having trouble figuring out how to organize your ideas, then try chunking or starting drafting by writing each section you would like to include without worrying about the order that the final form might take. 4, if you're not sure how to re-see your writing, then ask someone else, a writing center consultant, a friend, a family member, to take a look at what you've written and to talk to you descriptively about what they understood and to ask you questions about areas that were unclear, caused confusion, or that they were interested in hearing more about. 5, if you are encountering difficulty with editing, proofreading, or preparing a piece of writing for its final version, then make an appointment at the Writing Center. This is a great way to use that resource. Approaching writing as a process will help you to feel confident in your written communication, and it will help you to become a more effective writer. For more videos like these, check out the NKU Honors YouTube page, and to learn more about our programs, visit our website at www.nku.edu/honors. Thank you.